What's up, everybody? It's your man Plyrock, and today we're going to be discussing 5 ways that you can deal with trolls in your streamer chat on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, or YouTube Gaming. Now, people always come in. Most people are great. Most people are having a good time. A lot of people you'll get to know, but every once in a while, you will get that rabble-rouser in there, that person who wants to hurt someone's feelings pretty bad or say something pretty nasty to get attention. So today we're going to be discussing 5 different tactics we can use to dispel of the trolls, to get rid of them and make sure they don't get the attention that they deserve. Let's go. So, tip number 1 isn't necessarily a tip on how to deal with the trolls themselves. Tip number 1 is how to deal with yourself, how to handle the situation. Now, a lot of people are coming in, a lot of people are saying a lot of different things. Everybody on the planet has a slightly different sense of humor. So you have to kind of take a look at the comment that is being presented in the chat and have to make pretty quick decisions as to whether or not it's a troll. It might be somebody trying to be funny. Maybe the joke doesn't land very well. I mean, those things happen too. And then you kind of have to measure what's the appropriate response for a comment like that. That does take practice, so it's not going to happen right off the rip unless it's something completely egregious. You know, some people just are trying to be funny or trying to fit into the conversation, and they will say things that might sound a little bit like nails on a chalkboard. So the first tip is to decide mentally in your mind what you are going to tolerate and what you are not going to tolerate, and kind of make a decision from there. What is the level that rises to troll for you and your community, and where that line needs to be drawn? That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is, after you've decided what level of trolling you're going to tolerate, is to have a meeting, if you do have them at this point in your streaming career. Have a meeting with your moderators or other people who support you on your platform and kind of help you keep an eye on the chat with what your expectations are and what you would like to see happen in the event of. So once you decide where that line is, that will or will not be tolerated. For example, if you're a family-friendly stream and people come in dropping the F-bomb in your chat, is that something your moderators can help you handle right away? Now, those people aren't necessarily trolls, you know, to kind of frame the conversation to where you want it to go. If you're a PG stream, a PG-13 stream, an R-rated stream, an NC-17 stream, although you're probably not on Twitch or Facebook if you're an NC-17 stream. But, you kind of figure it in the sense of, like, movie ratings. What are you going to tolerate? What are you not going to tolerate? Once you do have that down, talk to your mods about it. Talk to your community about it. Let them know what you'd like to see happen in the event you can't handle everything while you're alive. And they will definitely be there to support you. So look to your mods, teach them, and lead them to take care of some of these smaller issues for you. Tip number 3 on how to deal with trolls in your streamer chat on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, or YouTube Gaming, or wherever you happen to do your show is, most of them, just ignore them. Like, I know it sounds like you really want to get back, you really want to maybe have a witty comeback to something pretty nasty, or you want to put somebody in their place, but that's just fuel to the fire. So a fire will die if it does not have oxygen or something to burn. If you or your community do not engage with a troll in your chat, they're not going to really stay there and troll. And if they do, then there's other measures we'll talk about in the next tips. But most of the time, they're just, if you ignore what they're saying, they'll stop because the attention isn't there. There are millions of other streams they can go into and try to cause problems. Why are they going to waste time on yours when they can move on? These little keyboard warriors, these little fake tough bravadas, they're going to move on to something else. Let them move on. That's tip number 3. Ignore them and let them move on. Tip number 4 is, for those that you choose not to ignore, for those you choose to engage with, sometimes it's okay to try to win them over. A troll who comes into your chat, and I've done this a few times, might seem like they're trying to troll, they're trying to be a jerk, they're trying to be whatever. After a little bit of interaction that turns it humorous, that turns it, you can lead that troll into the community, they become great viewers. Most of these people are just keyboard warriors anyway that are talking smack like this. So you just you laugh it off. Maybe you tell a quick joke in return. And next thing you know, they're part of the conversation, and that whole troll persona goes away, and they're now part of the community. So tip number 4 for how to deal with trolls in your chat on your streams is to engage with them in a way that leads them into the community. Give them a chance to become part of the community, and sometimes you can really win those people over to become new viewers and new members. That's tip number 4. And finally, our last tip today, tip number 5 on how to deal with trolls on your streams on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, and YouTube Gaming. Don't be afraid to use the banhammer. It's your kingdom. It's your playground. It's your community. If a troll comes in and is legitimately harassing you or your followers, do not be afraid to give your mods permission for the most egregious. Ban them. Get them out of there. There are 8 billion people on this planet. Whoop, right out of your chat. You'll be fine. Your community will be fine. You don't want that type of toxic nastiness in your community anyway. Do not be afraid to use the ban hammer when necessary. That's tip number 5. All right, guys, those were 5 tips today that I hope helped you to deal with trolls on your streams on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, and YouTube Gaming. I hope these are some things that you can take to heart. If you have any questions, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment below if you have a question, or if you want to join us on the live show on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, and YouTube. You're more than welcome to, too. We have a great night most nights, 9 o'clock. We're there having a good time. If you want to come in, you want some advice, if you want to be part of the community, we'd love to have you. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and we'll see you guys on the next Ply Rock Nation show.